What's going on, everybody out there in YouTube land and all the other lands across the video world? I'm Mr. Aaron from the House of Aaron, one of your middle class millionaires. Yes, you see the link down below. We're building a team for millionaires, and you can get more info with us. We're opening up our middle class millionaire office hour, and right now on the line we have our brother Mr. Dawkins G.
What's up, everybody? This is G from Residual Networks, and welcome to the Middle Class Millionaires Office Hour. Nothing like you've seen before, and you'll never see it again unless you come to this channel.
The only way to see it again is by putting it on replay, because this is all original. So basically what we're going to do tonight, we're going to get into this subject. I'm also going to do my proof progress results as I normally do, but we have a special subject. Dawkins G has something similar to it on what's that website?
DawkinsG.com, or you can go to team4millionaires.info/DawkinsG. Yeah, I'm on it today. I'm on it.
There you go. Because he talks about different personality types in entrepreneurship. He talks about warriors. I don't want to misquote him. I'll let him say it. What's yours?
But there's 4 stages to the program. But from warrior to warrior, that's your first step. Usually people are worried about finances, worried about paying bills, worried about, paying for kids' college, worried about vacations. You're a warrior. And our job, or my job, is to move you from warrior to warrior. There's certain things that you need to get done. Warriors don't ask questions. They just get the job done. But ultimately, the positions are Marine, that's your warrior stage. Magician, you move from being a warrior to a wizard. Master, that's when you start teaching other people and leading. And then millionaire, of course, that's when you would join the ranks of the middle class millionaires and have your own Google Hangouts.
There you have it, folks. So we're going to pretty much simplify that on tonight. We're going to talk about, you got to have a notebook. It's a requirement that you got to be ready to write your notes. Yes, my pen is flowery, but it works. It's actually snowflakes.
We're gonna have to put some funds together to get Mr. Aaron some manly pens. He got them flowers all over his ink pen.
It's snowflakes, and it's for the children. It was from a Christmas event. It was donated to us.
I don't know if that's better or not.
It was donated to the House of Aaron in gift bags for the children, and they gave me about 70 of them because they thought I had 76 children in here when I only have 6. So with that being said, we have prayers, we have players, and we have planners. Pray,
right.
Play, and plan. So these are all different types of entrepreneurs. But guess what? Being one of those can hinder your growth in business. Being all of those can make you excel in your business. And with that being said, I have to say another thing. I believe. We believe.
I can't turn it up.
They believe. Because I believe, we believe, they believe can also mirror the prayer, the player, and the planner. So let's talk about the prayer. And it was just a concept. You can see, look at that. I know it's ultra white, ultra bright, but there's no notes yet. It's just the title. Just a title, just a basic concept in the mind. I did not want to let it leave, but I wanted to develop with my brothers or my sisters or whoever's out there. We want to develop this idea together. So I'm writing down prayer And now we're about to define the prayer in this
Mhm.
office hour. The prayer.
Okay.
This is the entrepreneur that goes and they put their hands over their business. It doesn't have to be an online business. They go to the brick and mortar business and they, dear Lord, dear God, dear everything that I know that I believe in, make this happen for me.
Please let somebody join my team, Lord.
Please let somebody join me in business.
Right.
Please let this building fall out of thin air and let me have it.
Right. They bought
Yes,
a $500 lottery ticket, and they praying that somebody will join their team and help them sell the direct TV and
right. So the prayer is basically one who one who thinks that it's going to happen out of nowhere. Now listen to this. You could be successful as a prayer because all things are possible. You know, we don't want to get too far in scripture on people, but
oh
we
yes we
know.
do. I'm gonna go there. You know I'm gonna go there.
I know we're gonna go there, but we got to work them into the conversation. That guess what? With God, all things are possible. We
Right.
know this,
That's Matthew 9:23.
but guess what? Let's
Or
look at the flip side.
1926. I'm sorry.
We gotta look at the flip side, though, brother, and
Mm-hmm.
that is this: when Joshua and the Israelites marched around Jericho, they had to march around. They had to follow a direction.
You
They
had to
had to
do
do
something.
something. They had to
Right.
do something. They didn't have money. They didn't have all the warriors at that time. But what they had was marching orders, and the walls came tumbling down.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So that's just one example that they had to do something.
Now, before we go too far, I
Right.
have to interject another side or another point, and these are the ones that uh, philosophically oppose, but they don't not really oppose. Listen, Matthew 19:23. You mentioned that with God all things are possible. Well, that phrase "all things are possible" does show up in the Bible again in Mark chapter 9, and at verse 23, 9:23. And it says, all things are possible to him that believes.
Believes. That's what it says.
So if with God all things are possible, and all things are possible to him that believes, what's the correlation you can make?
I believe.
Mm,
We
how
say it
about
right
that?
before we start. Every time we say it before we get too deep into the subject. I believe. So as a prayer, as one of the prayer people, yes, you have to believe you're going to make it or you're not going to make it. And Brother Dawkins G and I know something else. If you think you're beaten, you are.
If you think you dare not, you don't.
If you
You
like to
like to
win but
win, but
think
think
you
you can't,
can't, it's
it's
almost a
almost
cinch
a
you won't.
cinch you won't. That's right.
So that's what we're talking about a prayer. You got to believe to be a prayer. You have to believe. It's very essential.
Now, I do want to say this. Worrying. I talked about going from warrior to warrior. Worrying is prayer. It's just prayer in the opposite direction. When you're worrying, you're essentially praying for all the things you don't want. Whatever you hold in your mind is what manifests in your life. God will give you the desires of your heart. But if all you're thinking about, all you're feeling about is dread toward all the things that you don't want to happen, that's what's being drawn to you. Those are desires that are being delivered to you. So we don't focus on the negative and what's not going well, what's not being received. How about you focus on what is going well and what is growing in your life, what is uh, being received or being given or being achieved? What are you doing? Now, most of the time, your mind will go to a negative place, Because you're not doing anything. It's not net sit marketing. It's not net think about it marketing. It's network marketing. But the majority of people who get involved in entrepreneurship have no idea what the work is. So they're praying that someone else will come along who actually gets it and knows a lot of people and can sign up everybody that we know and make this team grow. Well, you're that person to the sponsor who signed you up. So what are you doing for your own business? Instead of sitting and praying, how about you find out the skills that are necessary in order for you to grow your team, your business? You're going to have to stretch yourself. There'll be things you've never done before, or maybe things you've never done in that certain way in order to grow your team and achieve those results. Nothing wrong with learning as long as you don't stop. I think Mr. Aaron has a quote, and you'll hear it at the end of the office hour. But once you start, don't stop until you achieve your goals. We're not saying this stuff by accident. It's not happenstance or just something to fill in the time. We got a lot better things to do with our time, particularly at the stroke of midnight.
Watch those ads.
Right.
So now, I think we covered the prayer very well. The prayer, of course, they believe. They believe in God. They believe in that force that's going to take them to the next place. And they like, all I have to do is believe. But what they need to work on, they need to become a workman or a workwoman. They got to stretch and learn. They got to go get those extra skills for success, which brings us to a player. Now, let me write that down so I can make sure we define, because I know the players get a bad rap. But the player has...
Stop playing.
But the players bring us to another level. So if you're a player, that means you're part of the We Believe squad. The players are, they just the we believe. They don't believe in themselves. They believe in the we. So everything they do, somebody calling us up. It's Mr. Sharif. I'm pressing decline, and I'm invite him to hit.
Okay. Because I think I'm still ringing. Okay.
All right. Probably should put it in the group too. But it's like this. When you are a player, you're part of the We Believe. Now, the player has resources, yes. The player is going to go try every single thing there is. The player is the one that's going to be the sacrificial lamb or something like that. Because every program that comes up, the player jumps in, the player puts money in, and guess what? They're not really serious about what they're doing with their business. The player is there just for the simple fact that I'm gonna get some money. That's it. Not really about anybody else. Believing in the system. Oh, I saw so and so make that money. Guess what? I'm gonna go get the money. I'm gonna believe in the system. I'm gonna believe that as long as I get in there, I'm gonna get paid, right? So I don't know. Are you feeling anything about the players, brother?
Well, absolutely, but there's definitely a reason why the player in business, and particularly internet marketing and online business, gets a bad rap. Is because what you get with a player is inconsistency. They're quick to start a program but never see it through. Players are always playing on the emotions or situations of others. When a prayer joins a particular opportunity, they're not doing any work or they don't know what to do. So they're praying that somebody will come along, join their team, and blow everything up. A player has people, specific people in mind that he's going to approach with his new opportunity. And these are the people who have to. You ever had a network team leader make a video chastising his people about not doing what they're supposed to do? Those would be players. Because they're counting on the people on their team to do their job or to max out a compensation plan. And it's not easy. Everybody's not going to perform the same way you do. Everybody doesn't have the same skill sets that you have, or the gift of gab if you're talking to all of your family members.
Money.
Right. Well, I mean, even if you, one of the first things that a traditional network marketing program will tell you is to make a list of your friends and family, 500 of your closest friends and family, right? The memory jogger, you can download a memory jogger and write down all these people. If you recruit everybody in your family, who's going to sign up with them? Aren't they going to go to the same family members? Sounds like competition rather than a team, really. See, these opportunities require you to build 6 wide or go as wide as you can. Are you playing around? You got a crown on your head, you know that?
Oh, snap. Wow.
But in players, they play the game well, right? But they can't seem to get ahead or take it to that next level. And it's because their motivation is strictly about money. Don't get me wrong. People join business opportunities to get paid. But if your number one concern is about money, there are other ways for you to generate income. If you get into an internet business, you get into network marketing, though, it's not about only you getting paid. See, your longevity in business depends upon the people who follow you getting paid. You want to do the cash register again? There you go. If I'm the only one getting paid and everybody on my team is an employee, that doesn't sound like entrepreneurs working together to build a business, to build a brand, and to market a product and get the word out. Another thing players do, players sell compensation plans, not products. I'm going to say that one more time. Players sell compensation plans, not products. If you get into an opportunity and the compensation plan is the best thing you have to talk about, it leads your presentation. That's a problem. As a matter of fact, I think in the United States it's illegal. But you do have to have a product, a quality product, something tangible, something that you can point out as being the benefit for the price that you paid. Other than that, it is an investment with returns on an investment. A lot of these programs, if you notice, when you put your money in, they'll say you're investing in yourself. They'll use that phrase, but it's not an investment. You're actually making purchases. And there's some legalities around that. So you definitely want to pay attention to how the people are talking, the people that are involved. The best advice you can get is probably somebody who just quit. If you're looking to join Mary Kay, you need to find someone who was in Mary Kay and got out, because they're going to give you the good and the bad. Now remember, it's going to be a biased opinion probably, but they're going to be honest with you about how difficult the work is, what the real numbers are that you would need to meet in order to make any money in that opportunity. It's definitely a good resource to find people who have been in network marketing opportunities that you're about to join.
Very
Mr.
true.
Sharif, welcome to the Middle Class Millionaires Office Hour.
Thank you. Good evening. Good evening. What's the topic of the evening?
Well, a quick review. We're talking about prayers, players, and planners. So far, we covered a prayer who is an I believe person. That means all things is possible if you only believe. They are work. They are workers. They work hard, and but they fall short in stretching to learn the skills for success. So being a prayer by itself, you kind of down and out right there. But then you come to the players. If a player is a we believe person, they believe that, hey, if I put in my money, then you can put in your money, and this is gonna make it happen. Cause
And
as
in
we
6
heard,
weeks, we're going to have $50,000, man.
right? That's how they do it. They go, they not afraid to start in every program there is. They get the shiny ball syndrome, and then they go, they jump in, put their money. They don't really do no work. They say, hey, here go my money. I'm in there. And then when they talk to people, they talk about selling the compensation plan and not the product. So a player, they just throw their money and they make employees. They're looking for employees. And most of the time, when a player has a hangout like this all they get. They get this. Nobody got time for that. They don't want to hear that foolishness. They want they want some real, they want something tangible, they want skills and strategy. And now that we're talking about skills and strategy, that brings us into the they believe, which is the planner. So the planner is a they believe person. Let me write that down because I'm taking notes as we go because it was just a concept from this morning. Like, hey,
Mm-hmm.
I believe, we believe, they
They
believe
believe.
translates into the prayer, the player, and the planner. So when you get into the they believe, you get into the planner. This person draws up everything off imagination. I think I fall into that category. But being a planner by itself, that's all you. Very sad. That you spend all your time planning with no action going on. So a they believer, a planner, makes everything good on paper, makes everything good here and there. But guess what? Nothing is really moving because they're too busy planning when is the right time to attack.
Hmm. How about, I know I had some experience with some team members who spent $300 and 2 months getting a logo together. I'm gonna say that again. Right, right. They
That's
wanted
a joke.
they 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 wanted to join the program, and they got in. You got this 90-day push. You got to get your fast start bonus and everything. They spent 2 months and $300 for a logo. And at the end of those 2 months, they had 30 days left in order to get that fast start bonus. And they were just getting started. The logo was beautiful, though. I will say that. But for planners, there's a difference. When you're a prayer, you're praying that somebody will see the same thing that you saw when you saw the presentation. They'll catch on to the same vision that you saw, and they'll take off with it. Um, but you're not really going out and talking to anybody. A player is talking to everybody. They're prospecting everybody that they know, but they're prospecting them with the hopes of generating this income, which is what we're here or what we're in business for, but no real substance. And then the planner, well, they're prospecting. A planner really should be marketing, but they're spending all their time creating the marketing plan and never implementing anything. You have to take action. There are people in business with great plans, but it seems like they're in business just to have something to do.
So,
And yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
if I can jump in real quick. So, unfortunately, and fortunately, I guess, I have been through all three of those processes.
Same
So,
here. Same here.
and I think, you start, and that's part of your maturation into business, part of the process of growing. And some people don't have to go through all of um, those features or that
Phases.
process, but most people will. And I think a lot of people quit because as they're going through that process and they're learning, they quit at the process.
Mm.
And all of those things are still necessary to be successful at the end, but it's just taking action with that. It's like with our group, Aaron is great at getting everything together. He's working on that, and I'm like, man, I got to get my stuff together. and, you know, and I'm sharing, but I share differently now. I don't share with well, I need you to join my team. I share with this is what I'm doing now. I shared with you before when I was a player, so to speak. So now I'm just sharing with you because I don't want you to say, well, you're making money now and you didn't share this with me. So, but I'm sharing with a different mindset, with a different thing. I've already taken the action that I need to take.
I got a funny story. It relates to that.
I'm sorry, but Mr. Sharif, go ahead.
Yeah.
I see Mr. Sharif all the time. I'm gonna shout this man name out, Daryl Muhammad. I see Mr. Sharif on that live stream all the time on Periscope, and man, I thought Daryl Muhammad be dropping them, but Mr. Sharif is dropping nuggets. You understand? Major nuggets. You gotta go DJ Khaled, Major Keys, all positivity. Yes, he's drinking water and eating egg whites. Mr. Sharif got it. We're gonna get this out of Mr. Sharif. We're gonna get it. You
Yes,
understand?
indeed. Yes, indeed. Dream to Reality Academy coming very, very soon. You want this training, you want this information, and Mr. Sharif is spearheading that, giving us, he allowing us to do a little lesson plan here and there, maybe. But one of the things that you spoke about, what you touched on, with all of the different phases, I think we all have grown through them. But there comes a point where you get fed up with the lack of your own results. And a lot of people quit because they don't have the passion for it in them, or they're getting burned. They're losing a lot of money. It looks like a waste of time. It looks like everybody is scamming them or hustling them. And essentially, no matter how good the system is, if you don't put the work in, you're not going to get the result. I've seen people make money in terrible systems. Things that I knew were less than optimal for their success. I'm going to say that. I tried to clean that up. Mr. Sharif, how did I do? Was all right? Let me just say it. It was a scam. I really felt like that. The sheer amount of work that it was going to take for you to be successful in that particular opportunity was phenomenal. But none of the people that were attending the presentation had any clue as to what they would literally have to do in order to, one, find the right prospects or market to the right people. They didn't have any of the equipment that was necessary or any of the capital in order to generate the marketing materials that you need. You got to travel the world and take pictures and video in order to draw the people who want to travel the world and take pictures and video. And you sitting there going to work every day, there's no way you're going to grow a travel business and all you're doing is posting on Facebook about what your lunch break was like. But people don't think. So when you see me in the Great Wall of China, you see me in Tahiti, you see me on the cruises, that's because I'm going to be promoting a travel business. How can you promote traveling and you're not traveling?
You know, I was listening to a Periscope for a product of a company that I take, and the leader of the group, he's a dynamic guy. And one of the things we talk about is analyzing and understanding what level different business opportunities take to be successful. And I think that is a very important thing that we need to continue to do, but also continue to share.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, my brother, he joined this company and he's excited. He's like, I'm joining because this guy's a millionaire. And I was sitting, I was listening to the Periscope, and it was good. And the guy, he's phenomenal. I mean, this dude would go to the car wash, start prospecting, and leave for prospect. But he's special,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And because he's special, he's able to be very successful in these companies. And people will join him because of him. However, if you don't have that special talent, basically all you're doing is making him wealthier. It's not that he's a bad guy. It's not that he's not trying to help you. He's trying to tell you and teach you to do what he does. But very few people are that special. To me, it's kind of like President Obama. There's something very special about our president. You can say what you want, but he has a way of commanding a room. As soon as he walk in the room, you could like him or dislike him, he's still going to command your respect, because that's just the kind of swag he has, for lack of a better term. So, and there's people like that, and you see him, Denzel Washington. Denzel walk in, he gets on screen, and there it is. So,
Mr. Luigi.
how you doing, Mr. Luigi?
Hi, everybody. How are you boys? Good to see y'all.
Good to see you also.
Welcome.
Special guest today, Mr. Luigi, ladies and gentlemen, from Dream Team Marketing Pros. Just coming in saying hi to everybody, Mr. Luigi.
Hi, everybody. Glad to be here. I can see all my main brothers are all here tonight. How are y'all, everybody? Good to see you. Always that beautiful smile. That's what I love about you guys.
Hey, we happy over here. Thanks to you, Mr. Luigi. So that's why we all working together over here. We're working together toward a common goal.
It's a sincere smile. You know, you can tell when it's a fake smile or it's a real smile. And that's a real smile.
Sorry, Mr. Sharif. Go ahead, Mr. Sharif.
So, what I was saying is, I immediately said, you know what, this is a level 6 company, because it's going to take you a great skill set in order to be successful in it. And so I was like, so, you know, me and my brother have a conversation, like, you know, you need to really analyze if you are ready for this company yet, because you may not be ready for a level 6 company. And you have to get in where you fit in and build up to that level. So that's all I wanted to bring out, that, you know, make sure that you're doing things that you're capable of doing to show success, because everybody loves success.
Just realized I was on mute. Man, he did, Mr. Sharif, once again, dropping that nugget on you guys. He spoke about level 6 companies. You know, that's what we call big boy status, that you need to come not ready to play, not ready to pray, not ready to plan, but you need to have, I don't even know a P word that you can even wrap that up, but you got to have it all. You got to have it all. You got to be that. I remember watching a karate movie back when I was young, The Five Deadly Venoms.
Oh, yes.
It was one character in that movie who could do all skill sets. He could mimic every style there was, and that's what made him the best. And what Mr. Sharif is saying is people out here who have special skill sets that you cannot match it, no matter how many books you read, no matter how many trainings you go to. It's already in them, and that's what we call scouting. Scouts always looking for that special player, that special person who could elevate anything to the next level. I mean, those people out there. I mean, we know some of them. Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, just to name, because it's basketball season. I'm just going to name those two. Those guys are special.
Man,
but it,
it's like that, you know, in any kind of endeavor that we're doing. I mean, for some people, it's not even. It's just when they were born like that. They don't even have to. They don't even have to work at it. It's just natural. Like, I'm not going to get into a free topic here because I don't want to go too much left or too much right and get off track of what you guys are talking about. I just want to say a word on that. I mean, it's just like the law of attraction. I've done so much reading on the law of attraction because I want to attract success. And I see some people around me, not everybody, but some people that really just get success. It's like everything they touch just becomes success.
mm-hmm.
What is it that they have special? They have nothing special. It's that they're on this energy, they're on this vibe. I mean, for them, it's just natural. They were born like that, and it just comes naturally. For us or other people, we have to work at it. We have to read. We have to hang around the right people. We have to get rid of all the negative thoughts, and we have to work at it continuously. So can we get to that state? Yes, we can, but it's going to take a lot of work for most of us to get to that state of really, really, really believing in ourselves. Because to say we're going to succeed, we say it. But our subconscious, without even knowing it, is saying, no, you're not going to succeed. Even if you think you're saying it, in back of you, something's saying no. Now, can you program that person? Yes, you can. That's where you have to hang around the right people, you have to read the right books, and you have to get the right trainings, and we have to work at it.
Well, Mr. Luigi, I've also done a lot of study on the law of attraction, and you are absolutely right. And I think that hidden in the phrase saying that we're going to be successful, the first thing you have to process is that you're not successful now. And that's what's defeating you. If you can say we're middle class millionaires before you get $1 million, that's going to set you in the right attitude and you're on your way. I think that this group, this hangout, even right now, these moments that we're sharing with each other right now are the result of thoughts that we've had, that we've drawn this team together. We've drawn the middle class millionaires together, the program, the programmers, and the sites that we'll be promoting have all been born from this thinking that we are more than where we are. And so as long as you can focus on that, I think that it'll continue to multiply in your life.
Thank you. You touched a good point there, meaning that whatever is happening right now in our lives, the way that we met, the way that the programmers came in, the programs that we're working on, I mean, all of that is a result of what we've been working on for a couple of years now. So yes, we are on that. We are on the high end there. We're getting there. We're getting there. And that's what I want. I really want to get there, and I'm sure you guys want to get there too. So, I mean, there's no left and right. It's just let's go all the way up. I think life is too beautiful, too short to not enjoy what God gave us. And you know how we can enjoy what God gave us? It's with money, unfortunately. We need money to enjoy God's creations.
It gives you the options. I mean, if you we all can buy a car, but if you have the money, you have more options. There's different cars you can afford to buy. It just opens the world up for you to be able to express what God has put on the inside of you.
Absolutely. What were you talking about level 6 there just earlier? What company was that, level 6?
I wasn't naming particularly a company. I was just trying to get the share that, you know, as you develop as an entrepreneur, there's certain companies that require a much greater skill set than other companies. So, you know, and if it's a company where there's a product and the compensation plan is complicated and it's a pass-through, you have to even understand all of those terms I just said before you even can participate in that company to start to make money. So you have to have a certain understanding, a certain skill set to participate in some of the companies that are out there. It's not that the company is bad necessarily. It's that you're not prepared for the company or to be successful in that company. And so what I'm saying is, as part of our Dream to Reality Academy, we evaluate companies, and then we help prepare you for those companies as you move through. That's what we were talking about.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Right. There's different levels. I think you guys are familiar with the first level, which are freebies and feeder programs. There's a lot of them popping up where they'll offer you, free sign-ups and memberships and everything. And then there's upsells constantly. Not really focused on team building, but more focused on selling you the other levels of the product. Or there's a very, very low price point where it's not about the value that they're giving you, but the fact that it's a low price point, you should be able to sell this to all of your friends and family, et cetera, et cetera. And then you, as you continue to go through the levels of programs, the startup cost actually gets higher and higher and higher, and more is required of you. We've had programs where you need to go 6 wide, and every 9th person you'll trigger a bonus check, and it just confuses people. You can't figure out what you need to focus your energy on in order to produce the income that you're trying to make in that particular opportunity. Well, the internet is opening doors that we've never had presented to us before. The fact that you can reach hundreds of thousands of people every single day with Google Hangouts and video. The eyes that are going to be seeing these opportunities and the presentation videos that you're putting together, it changes the playing field quite a bit.
At the same time, it's starting to confuse it also a little bit right now. As much as it was opening it up, now it's a little bit too much. It's plastered. There's too many opportunities opening up continuously. It's even a little bit ridiculous. But you know what? End result, people follow leaders.
Absolutely.
So what we have to do as your community and my community, what we're both starting right now, is we have to become leaders. We have to be people that when they look at us, when they see us on that little video and we're talking to them, they say, yes, we want to follow this guy. Then the opportunity becomes second nature. They're not following the opportunity. They're following you.
Absolutely. People don't join businesses.
Right there.
People join people.
It's the same thing as in sales. I sell cars as a full-time job, which I'm praying right now to God that I can leave my job and do my online business full-time. I mean, that's everybody's dream. And I think I'll be getting there. I'm not worried about that. But in the meantime, sales is the same thing. They buy me. They don't buy a car. And it's the same thing in internet marketing. It's the same thing what we're doing right now. They're buying us. What I love about the platform, what we did, I don't know if you guys are using it that way a little bit too there, that what we did with Step 5, just to give you a small idea, can I share my screen with you guys?
Absolutely.
Just want to show you what I did to my Step 5. Okay, here I'm on my name. So, okay, now we know that you got Step 1 is the rev shares that we're both sharing. Okay, pretty awesome. We have 4, 5, 6 rev shares that we can offer people. LSN is the tools. Okay, well, we have 2 other opportunities here. I'll just skip by them very fast. That's not what I want to talk about. Step 5, sponsors opportunity. Now look at how awesome this is. First of all, when you go to Step 5, you have a video of somebody on your team explaining how to use Step 5. So now I don't know if you guys did yours already, but I did mine. So I explained to the people that you click on this link here on top, and you have all the links that I have here at the bottom. And to fill in those links, you go to this little icon here, which is nicely detailed on step to-do list number 1 all the way down to 10. At the same time, you also have a video that you can put here explaining Step 5. So now, what I'm going to do right tonight after I get off with you guys, that was my next step, I'm going to go to Step 5, and besides this video, I'm going to do another video here. This, instead of this car, it's going to be a video of me saying to everybody. Now, this is my opportunity number one. If you guys want to take a look at it, my opportunity number two is this, that I also put in my Pinterest, my Instagram, my Google Plus. So, you know, you can put in anything. So I think what we did with this platform is we're giving a lot of place to the members that are joining, because not only can they brand themselves here, that they can also brand themselves here at the bottom, because they also have a welcome video right here. So that's all I wanted to share. I think it's pretty amazing. So what we have to teach people is, first of all, to follow us.
Don't close that. Don't close it, Mr. Luigi. Don't close that one. Go back to the step 5.
Step 5.
Yeah, go back to step 5.
Here it is. No, that's step 1, sorry. Step 5. To the link on top?
Yep, hit that button for us.
So you have the video here that everybody should do, explaining what all their links are. So like, I'm going to explain what United for Future Net is. I'm going to explain that Zerbita is the health product that I like taking every day. Of course, I have my 4 corners there. And if somebody has some extra money, well, I have Bit Network that you can input in Bitcoins. I also have a community on Google Plus that I created. I put here. I also have Coinbase, which is just another link to get coins, and you get a rebate on it. And after I go to my YouTube page, my Instagram, my Pinterest, and my Google Plus. Now, this is just an idea, you know. I mean, everybody can do what they want. I have one of my friends, what he did is he put a video of himself here on top, and he explained to everybody that he did 10 different trainings. So training for this, training for that, training for Facebook, training for Twitter. So it's fun, because now not only can we attract simple newbies to our system or intermediates, but now we can actually attract networkers. I mean, people that have a certain experience. When they come to our platform and they see that, wow, I can actually brand myself. So now, at the same time, if you have something or 2 things or 3 that you want to put at the same time, if you don't put nothing, it's just going to stay empty. I mean, you don't have to fill in the 10. We just put the 10 there as a way of saying thank you to everybody. The bigger the community grows, the better it's going to be. Does that answer your question for step 5?
Well, I just thought step 5 would be a good place for us to end the Middle Class Millionaire office hour for the night, based off the fact that that goes along with where do we go from here, which is the challenge. And when you talk about the challenge, in your step 5, you have 10 opportunities that you could place under there. Well, Dawkins G, this brother has definitely helped us out. We have a picture graphic I'm going to share with you guys. Now, in this picture graphic, check this out.
Can I see it? Let me go see it.
Let me make sure I get it stuck on the screen. So, in this picture graphic right here, wrong picture. All right. So, right here on this picture graphic, it shows us Dawkins G supplied me with this picture, and guess what? We take it as a challenge here at the Middle Class Millionaires, and we're going to challenge the Dream Team Marketing Pros to do it as well. Step 5 has 10 links you can put in. On your videos, you want to put these 10 links are the 10 programs I'm telling you to jump into, and you want to not stop until you hit $100 a day in each one of those programs. 10 programs, $100 a day each, not revenue, but $100 profit. And don't stop until you get there. And guess what that means for you? $30,000 a year.
No, 300.
That's awesome, but you got to remember. Just wait a second there.
This one right here, the top one.
Mm-hmm. If you do $100 a day in 10 programs,
right. I'm sorry.
That's going to be $1,000 a day, which is the 360K down there.
Wait a second, boys. Not everybody's going to do 10 programs. I gave the opportunity to put 10 links there, but it doesn't mean everybody's going to do 10 programs also, because...
I'm sorry, Mr. Luigi. I said the challenge wrong. That's 300. That's 300,000. I meant to say you choose a program that you're getting $100 a day profit for $30,000 a year.
Yes.
Not revenue, but profit.
Okay.
Focus in.
That's one.
On that one.
Yeah, on that
Hey,
one.
300,000. Let's go for it.
Yeah. Not only that, it's a little bit. So you're telling me one program, $100 a day, gives you 30,000 a year, right?
In
That's right.
profit.
Okay. Now, if you're in two programs and they're making $100 on each, now you're at $70,000 a year.
That's right.
That's
Okay, now that's logical. That's cool. So you can have one program, two program, three program. So if you want to make at least 100 Ks, just join at least 3 of the opportunities that we offer, and make sure to make at least $100 a day. That's how simple it is.
Not in revenue, but in
Right.
profit.
In
I mean, your withdrawal every single day from this program is $100.
Beautiful.
5 of those programs, $180,000 a year. I'm sure you quitting your job.
I'm sure also. I'm sure. I can already feel that. I'm already at that verge because I've met too many beautiful people. I mean, just everybody I've met in Dream Teams, you guys, the programmer that we're working with right now, Tyson, I mean, everything's happening at the same time. So that's all because of the law of attraction, and we're attracting it. So
Awesome.
it all comes to say that everybody that's listening there, just hang around the right people and beautiful things start happening.
Yes, sir.
We're definitely on our way. I mean, we're definitely on our way. It's a beautiful thing.
And with that being said, yes, and more yes. With that being said, folks, now I can stop presenting, and I can bring the camera back up, and we can say good. Did Mr. Luigi leave us?
Oh, there he
Okay,
is.
there you go.
He
How
came
about I
back.
say Mr. Luigi ran away on us? How about I say Dream Team Marketing Pros? I know they better than that. I know them. So with all that being said, we give a round of applause for thanking Mr. Luigi for showing up.
Thank you for having me.
And now it's time to say goodbye to all our friends. Let's go for it.
Well,
Dawkins G.
This is G from Residual Networks, reminding you to always learn, lead, and leverage. Thanks for coming to the Middle Class Millionaires Office Hour. Good night and good morning.
And this is Mr. Sharif from Dream to Reality Academy, where we educate, execute, and earn. Good night and good morning.
Mr. Luigi.
This is Luigi from Dream Team Marketing Pros, and all I got to say to everybody is see you all at the top.
That's right.
And this is Mr. Aaron from the House of Aaron, one of your middle class millionaires, reminding you to be confident, be smart, be fruitful, and multiply. When you start, you don't stop. Be consistent and achieve your goals. I believe.
I believe.
We believe.
We believe.
They
Believe.
believe. Thank you, folks, for coming out. Good night and good morning.